Okay, hello everyone. This video today is based on GBPUSD and EURUSD. So, okay, let me start with EURUSD. You remember in the previous video that I posted, I think it was like 2 weeks back, I spoke about how EURUSD would continue within the downtrend, and as you can see, it did continue in the downtrend and continue to push back down, push to the downside. But currently, right now, we've made a new low, so I'm expecting it to push from 13,000 back to 15,000, at least like 1,15,000 from this 1,13,000. If the candlestick obviously closes with this rejection on the daily time frame, there should be another candle which will try and push down a bit and maybe return to the upside. So even if it can continue pushing lower, maybe to like 12,000, I still expect it to go back up to 15,000. So even if you take your entries here at 13,000, I still expect the market to go back to 15,000. Then if it is going to continue with the downtrend, it'll start dropping from 15,000 again. But if it ends up breaking the trend line at 15,000 and pushing upwards, then obviously you'd know that we're going back to the uptrend. But for now, looking at it, I'm expecting it to push back up to 15,000. Even if it can just drop a little bit more, I'm still expecting it to go back to 15,000. Then from 15,000, we'll see how it plays off. If it consolidates and ends up breaking the trend line and the price level, then it could continue to 16 and maybe 17 as well. But if it doesn't do that and then just starts selling from that section as well, then we're going to maybe 12,000 next, or a good 11,000. Understand? But for now, I'm looking at a buy at 13,000. If it does go to 12,000, I'll add just a few more buys, still expecting it to go to 15,000, which is this level right here. Now, looking at GBPUSD. With GBPUSD, I feel like for this one it's kind of late. I did already enter these trades on the daily time frame. Looking at the market right now, as you can see, we're still in that down channel that I showed in the previous video. We're still in that down channel, so I didn't need to add more trend lines or whatsoever the case is. So as you can see right now, usually, like I said in the previous video, the market always reverses at these whole numbers. The current drop made a new low, and the new low was on 35,500, which is lower than the 34,000, of course. So it decided to reverse that. Obviously, I would have expected it to reverse at 33,000, which didn't happen, of course. So, but then I did get into the buy on that 33,500 because I saw a bit of rejections on the smaller time frame. I saw a few rejections on the smaller time frames at 35,000, so I decided to take my buy here. So I'm also expecting this one to go to 36,000, right? Even if it can come back down from this position, because currently right now we're still trapped in a consolidation on a smaller time frame. As you can see, for the past few days, so these are the stop hunt boxes, as you can remember. So if this was Monday and this was Tuesday and this was Wednesday, as you can see, the boxes are aligned with each other. So meaning the market hasn't been pushing strongly, because usually if the market is pushing strong, each box should be higher than the next box. So we still in this consolidation right here. So basically, I'm expecting it to maybe play around some more in this section, and then maybe a good Friday, it should give us a good impulse to the upside or something like that. But even though, if we come to your 4 hour, let's see, your 4 hour time frame, as you can see, it's already started pushing up well. Even if you draw in your trend line here, and then you draw in this trend line on this side, as you can see, possibly the lowest it go was somewhere here, and then maybe we expect it to push back up. So I'm also expecting GBPUSD to push up to a good 36,000, and then from there we'll see what happens. If it drops a bit more and comes back here, I'm still expecting it to get all the way to 36,000, and then if it does break, consolidate, and then breaks the trend line plus the price level, then there is a possibility of coming to 37, then 38. But for now, I'm only expecting it to go as far as 36,000, even if it can drop some more. But usually I always expect it to get to the next darker line whole number. I don't like using the half whole numbers. I prefer to use the darker ones when I take my entries, because when it comes from the darker ones, the positions run for a longer time. But then either way, this position has been running for a while. If you took this trade last week Thursday, it actually hit 35,000 last week Thursday. So if you took this trade here, you still would have been in profit even after so many days, you understand? And I'm still expecting it to go up. But I'm saying if it were to change directions and come down just a bit lower, it would definitely stop at 33,000 and still go to 36,000 at some point, because I'm expecting it to get to 36,000. So that's basically it for GBPUSD and EURUSD. And another thing, the EURUSD trade for now, to enter it right now, is much safer than the GBPUSD trade, because it's already started moving in its direction. It already started buying. I would have preferred to enter here or enter at 34,000 at least, knowing that it was going to 35,000, because the next candle that pulls up might be another strong candle pushing to 36. But for now, since EURUSD hasn't pushed that much, I'm expecting it to start pushing from this 13,000 going to 15,000, because as you can see, it hasn't pushed any buying candles yet. It's still a good straight line of selling candles. So this is a good option to enter right now, and then you're much safer than the GBPUSD trade, as much as I do believe that it's gonna go to 36,000. Yeah, so that's basically it. And like I said, if you add in your arrow indicators on both, you'd easily see that most reversals anyways always take place on the darker numbers, the whole numbers, the darker ones, instead of the half numbers. You understand? As you can see, this buy signal that came out was sitting exactly on the half number, and there was a few rejections on the smaller time frame indicating. Plus, it is a low, so it is lower than the previous low. So it is a good reason for it to push back up. Do you understand? So if you look at it like that, you can see where my arrow signals are. Yeah, so I think that's basically it on everything. Even if I can add the arrow signals as well on EURUSD, you see same thing on the day, but this daily time frame. When I look at the arrow signals, you should be looking at the daily time frame. As you can see, all the reversals actually still appear on the whole numbers, just like this one on that 13,000. As you can see, the reversals right here. If the candle still closes tonight like this, then there's a possibility of small pushes like this, and then a push to the upside to 15,000 on EURUSD. But thank you for watching the video.